A little over a year ago in February, the family of 60-year-old Susan Early thought their mom would not survive multiple stabbed wounds, one of them to her head that left the knife still inside, another several to her abdomen, just millimeters from the main artery. Her son charged with attempted murder and right now not competent to stand trial, but you are about to meet Susan, the miracle. She joins us live this morning with how she credits faith for her recovery. Just an amazing story. So good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Let's start this journey a year ago, February. Can we start at the point where you're in Israel and you're getting baptized before this happens? Take me to that point in your life and what was going on for you then.
So my husband and I were celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary and trying to determine where we wanted to go. And so we decided to go to Israel with 200 other people. And it was just an incredible journey, totally life-changing, and challenged our faith, but also increased our faith exponentially. And so, and then just 2 months later, my attack happened.
I know we have some photos too of you with him, and right. I think before or after you were baptized, and I wanted to bring that up in because that for those of us who are Christians or that really follow our faith strongly, maybe you're thinking about that time in your life and doing something so important to you, and then after experiencing that with God, and then knowing that you have almost murdered. What happened? Can you tell us about that day and what you take away from that?
Oh, there's so much that happened. So basically, I knew that he was mad at me, and so I needed to make a decision, and so I let him in the house to try to diffuse that. And he was in the home for a while, and I fed him and so forth. And then things took a turn pretty quickly when I kind of did not go, when I did not do what he wanted me to do. And so I ended up ultimately with 9 stab wounds, 4 to my abdomen, 4 to my face, and then the butcher knife in my head. And then I ended up out of I didn't even know I was being stabbed anywhere else other than my head. And so I ran out of the house, yelled for help. I had 6 neighbors who were home at that time. One across the street who was a trauma nurse by trade. And they saved my life, basically. And then also the EMTs got me to the hospital. I had 2 minutes to live when I got to the hospital and I had lost half of my blood. But through it all, I was talking and giving directions and barking out orders as I normally do. And I was just being myself. And
I got chills, and I know it's so graphic to talk about, but I mean, that was part of that was so hearing that knife was still in your head and that people were like, what do I do? Thinking that you were going to die. I saw the pictures too in the hospital. You have a smile on your face. I want to start crying. The joy that you have even sitting here on the couch and wanting to come here to share your story. You're writing a book. What is it about you or your faith that allows you to have the spirit of forgiveness and wanting to tell others about your story?
Well, first of all, having been in Israel, I walked where Christ walked, and I really took in the forgiveness and the aspect of it, and then knew that I was forgiven. And so I had to know, I knew immediately in the hospital when I woke up a few days later that I needed to forgive my son in order for me to heal, for me to move forward. And so I did that. And then I started thinking, this is truly miraculous. I truly am a walking miracle. The things that could have happened, my family at the hospital heard all the things that had been done to me. Missed my artery by by millimeters, my spine by millimeters. My neighbors thought that I was going to lose my eyesight. I had no vision change. The butcher knife went in 6 millimeters, and we have a cranial lining that protects our brain. It's 6 millimeters deep. He missed my carotid artery by 2 millimeters. I mean, there were so many things that could have happened and didn't. The doctors told my family that I'd be in the hospital for months and months and then go to rehab. I was back home within 3 weeks and 2 days. So basically, my story is one that Jesus still does miracles, number one. And number two, there is hope. there is, and I want to be an encouragement to others. There's so much more to the story, background information, that when I do speaking engagements, I can't get all of it in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually given 15, 20 minutes, and the story is so much bigger than 15 to 20 minutes before and after.
Yeah.
And so the name of the book is called When I Saw God's Hand. And it came to me when I was in the hospital. I physically saw God's hand moving all these different parts, and why he put me in certain places and people in my life in certain times. And it was truly miraculous. It was truly fun.
Do you feel like, because a lot of people ask why, or they wonder, and it sounds like you feel like it was possibly to be able to share
Absolutely
what you went through, and to be able to tell people, and maybe someone would be able to
relate
get through what
somehow. Exactly. Whatever difficulty you're going through, there's always hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's really, truly, it's an honor to sit next to you.
Thank you.
Seeing the joy and the light in your eyes is what I think, to me, and maybe those that are watching this morning, that's unbelievable. The book is in the middle of being written. It's not ready just yet, because I know people are going to want to get it.
I know.
So,
no, it's actually in the editing stages as we speak.
Okay.
So I've got one of the chapters in my car that I edit as I'm going twirling around. So I'm hoping it will be done. I'm hoping by fall.
Okay.
But we do have a Facebook page, and it's called When I Saw God's Hand. And I have a website that I'm getting ready to put up. But I also have an email address, when I saw God's hand at yahoo.com.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's moving forward. God's got a plan, and I just don't know what it is.
And you're here sharing it, so you'll have to come back.
I will.
So we're so glad that you survived.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah. Wow.
Praise
Unbelievable
God.
story.
Yeah.
It's 9:17 right now. Jim?
All right, Ange.
Over to you.
Thank you, ladies. 9:17, and